You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. People, Louisville looks to bounce back on Saturday night when the Cards host Indiana State. And the most post game coverage is right here on ESPN Louisville. Join Mark Ennis Saturday night from 5 to 7 for the Miller Lite pregame show live from Caboose number 5. And then directly following the game, it's the Miller Light post-game show. We're the first place that'll take your calls. Hear from Bobby Petrino, as well as sound from the locker room. It's all on 93.9 The Ville.
Are we not even going to talk about for a second all this time, all this stuff I talked all summer? This baby came on September 1st.
Brian?
Like all that junk. I was like, oh, of course this baby's going to be born on Alabama-Louisville Day. Right?
No comment.
Brian,
dude,
I want you to force Steve right now to admit on air that Marcus Maben had absolutely no doubt that baby was 100% determined to only come on the day of the Alabama
100%.
Game for months.
100%.
I said, Steve, the sports gods,
he wanted to be out to see it,
will not allow any other outcome other than baby Xavier.
I mean, boom. Here it is.
I mean, listen, the day before, he acted like he didn't want to have any parts of the world.
Nope.
Morning hits.
That day.
Hey, I went out.
Yeah. First, even though somebody did say, they said it's very fitting that your baby was born on the first Saturday of college football, because everybody knows that's like my Christmas. So I was like, yeah, that is true. Do you know I placed
his birthday's going to be overshadowed his entire life.
Yes. Because did you know I placed 2 bets in the hospital room watching? I had 2 different games on, and I'm watching, and it was like
she wanted to send you home.
Probably. And I'm sitting there watching, I think it was Texas A&M or Texas Tech and Ole Miss, and I was watching FAU, Oklahoma, a couple games, and yeah, it was bad, man. And the women in there just were not pleased with me. All the nurses and stuff. I made a joke about, they were like, because she was pulled back the curtain. She was in labor for like an hour and a half, or pushing for an hour and a half, and then they went into a C-section, which is why she's hurting now. But she was.
I mean, listen.
But the thing was, I look at him and I said,
Xavier had a good sized head on him.
No, he did. Yeah, he's got a melon. And they were like,
he has a nice melon.
I know. He's got long fingers too, man. It's crazy, man. I was like, look at those feet and fingers, man. It's like a dog.
Of course you were, right? I was
like, yeah,
puppy with big feet.
I know. Elijah was like, man, his hands are big. I was like, yeah, I know. Like, let's go.
You better get together.
I was like, you better pick
Wide
it up.
receiver.
No, yeah, I looked at Elijah and I was like, hey, dude, you better pick it up. You see those hands? Like, come on.
Point being, the
point being, though, the nurses weren't. Yeah, no, I made a joke. I was
because
like,
they don't know who you are.
No, actually, one of them did, and it was like, oh yeah, on the radio. Yeah. So, anyways, they said I made the
really
joke.
are a jerk.
I know. Yeah. I said, hey, as long as he gets out before 7, so I can make it on watch the game. And like the glare that come across, I was like, I mean, I'm kidding. I'm not really going. Not going home, so yeah, it was ugly, man. But yeah, anyways, so got that going on. So, but yeah, so that leads up. So I'm free Saturday though. That's the good part.
Now you're officially free on Saturday.
Yeah.
What if you'd have been down in Orlando talking about, oh, he's not coming yet?
Oh, I wouldn't have been. I would have been Friday. I actually told my wife that. I said, can you imagine if I would have flew out Friday morning? I would have been rushing around trying to get a plane back Friday evening.
It'd cost you $1,600
at least. Back. Yeah.
Then you'd have said, Marcus, can you come to Lexington?
I know.
I gotta get home.
Lexington, there. You act like I'd have flown that close. I'd have been like, hey, man.
Right. Nashville.
I'm in Peoria, Illinois. It's the only flight I could get.
No, I would not listen. No. Peoria, Illinois, Steve. I don't go get you.
Okay.
I don't go get you. You know what? I act like I'm going to get you, and I make sure you purposely miss Elijah's birthday, just on principle. I told you not to go. Now you're gonna sit there.
Oh my gosh.
And Charity, make a nurse FaceTime it. Steve, he forfeited the right to be there when he decided that he was going to get stuck trying to fly
I was like, I don't
to
know.
South Bend, Indiana airport just
I
to
know.
go.
It would have been ugly, man.
Oh my
It would have
goodness.
been real ugly.
Okay, so Indiana State.
Back to it.
We kind of
Go ahead.
we kind of went stadium expansion. We kind of went what I kind of want to see from the fan base, like I don't want to say the intensity level because I don't want to sell a fan base on how much you have to care.
Yeah.
I'm telling you how much I care. Steve, what do you need to see out of it? Or listen, if you don't have to jump on that boat with me. Like if it's a little more, hey, let's work on execution. If it's a little different from you, like that's fine too. 8150-93.9 is the number. 3831 Bozak Smith. Shout out to Bozak Smith up here in Illinois. Maybe my intensity level is too much. Maybe I'm seeing too far into it. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Like callers, listeners, like tell me what your thoughts are headed into this one.
Well, mine will be a little different to an extent, only because the execution part I think is great. I'm with you. I'm with the texter. I've seen a couple texts where it's like, hey, let's go out and just run the ball, period. And I'm cool with that. But
wait. Texter says
the first possession, just come out and run the football. Don't pass one time. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed. Listen, just to that point.
Yeah.
The power sweep touchdown that Alabama scored with Tua.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one that said, now we're going to start looking at who came to play.
Yeah.
Because that play, we learned from the moment they ran that play that you were not going to be able to stop that play.
Absolutely.
You're done today.
Yep.
That's the Grenard side, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think that was Jonathan Grenard's side.
Mm-hmm.
I think they saw it. They saw the injury. They exposed that.
Yeah.
They could outflank your defense because you're not as fast and as athletic as their offensive linemen.
Absolutely.
Their technique was awesome. I saw that play. I watched it over and over again. Right when it happened, I said, we're done. Right?
Yep.
And we're not done as far as, I said, you can't win this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make all the plays you want. They can slow it down now. They can be methodical. Like, like in the nicest way possible, they got your number. You've seen a basketball game where they just got a center who just can work his man. They put your center in foul trouble. Then you bring in your backup, and this guy's just working them.
Yeah.
And they can hit a three-pointer. You're done today. It's okay, though. Because now this is what I need. When you see that sweep again, right?
Right.
I want to see which cornerback is going to go just dive head first into that pulling guard. Who's going to take on that block full steam?
I
Because
agree.
if you go look at that play, guys were just half-heartedly going up, taking the block, getting blown out of the play, right? Okay, now I got you on tape. You have one opportunity to take on that block full throttle, or you'll never play again.
Yes.
This is what losers are made of. The guy that doesn't take on that block with all his muscle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The guy who tries to conserve himself. So that's that toughness element is the only thing I'm looking for.
Well, your point there is kind of going back into my point I was going to make. Indiana State, that is the type of games where spots get taken. And I said this on Monday, and just to reiterate, one of the key takeaways for Louisville that I loved against Alabama was these dudes got some playmakers. I'm looking for that Saturday night. I'm looking for, and to your point, who is guy that says when Hassan Hall gets in and gets carries, does he say, no, I'm taking somebody's spot against Indiana State? Does Dave Williams? Does Colin Wilson? Does Tutu Atwell? Who says I'm taking a spot against Indiana State right now?
I don't want to see a spot getting taken with speed, though.
No, not against Indiana State.
Right.
Not against Indiana State.
Okay, Bobby Petrino draws up a play and you just smoke a guy.
But I should see that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, yeah,
You it's okay if that happens, right? But
Yes.
if you have the opportunity to go head first to get a catch, turn it upfield,
Yeah.
and you don't, and I see that little high tippy toe while the guys kind of coming. Anybody who protects their health in this game,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You don't have the desperation you need to win an ACC
No, because
schedule.
after coming off a first game loss
Or
like
is that me being that me being harsh or ridiculous?
No, after coming off a first game loss like that, nobody
should be safe.
nobody's thrilled. You know, I mean, nobody. So everybody's job. When I say thrilled, I mean nobody is. What I'm trying to say is nobody should be like, man, I played great. You know, I mean,
Right.
there's guys that I think you could go, man, they were solid. You know, but I think everybody, and I know Bobby. That's one thing he loves his competition.
There's 3 linemen.
Yep.
Kamari Avert and Mickey Crum
And Jawan Pass.
and Jawan Pass.
Yep.
Those are the only people that can go into practice like, come on, y'all.
Yeah. But you don't think Jeremy Smith coming back? You don't think Jeremy Smith didn't watch that
He's
and
like,
go,
all right.
I can play. You know, I mean, you don't think guys like Colin Wilson come in? What's he take one for 30-some yards and say,
Coach, I don't know what you're doing.
"You's playing me"? You know what I'm saying? Like Hassan Hall doing what he was doing.
I want to talk about that running back situation,
Yeah.
but we're at the top of the hour now. I don't want to stumble over it.
Sure.
I don't want to lose any of this conversation headed into this game. Like I said, everybody has their options to talk. You know, NFL, and just you can dig in for outside conversation.
Sure.
But to me, this is just so much good football personnel, and the range of what you can have is just so wide.
Yeah,
Right?
that's fair.
I'm really excited. No 3-and-outs, Texas said. If Grenard doesn't go down, still get busted. I feel you. Listen, he's still your captain. Like, that's not an excuse. That's a reason. I heard Colin Cowherd say it. He said the dog ate my homework is an excuse. Getting T-boned by a car is a reason.
Well, I mean, losing John Grenard is getting T-boned by a car.
Yes.
So,
That was my point.
yeah.
Midday with Marcus Maven, rolling along. Again, people, YouTube channel, we are made for the Ville.
And you not being in the car. you walking.
Midday with Marcus Maven, 8150, 93.9 is the number. 93.9 the Ville.